How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is OP Entertainment News, where we talk about this week in movie news. Pratik, there was almost too much to talk about this week. We had to cut it down. We had to.
Well, it's our fault. We took a hiatus for way too long, so...
3-week hiatus. We had stuff in between.
We had stuff going on.
Let's talk about your favorite franchise. Let's just get right into it.
All right.
It's Fast and the Furious, isn't it?
Of course it is. Come on.
If you had to pick
9 absolute classic movies. What other franchise can say that? Go on.
I've got a few Funko Pops up here. Actually, we don't have that many MCU Pops up here. Anyway, who's your favorite character from that franchise? Is it Dom?
It's probably Paul Walker's character, actually.
Okay, well, now, though.
Oh, current ones? Actually, Han, because Han's back. Spoilers for Fast 9.
Let's just pick between Dom... Dom and what's The Rock's character? Hobbs? Shaw?
Hobbs.
One of those.
Luke Hobbs, yeah.
Yeah. If you had to get rid of one of them, who would it be? The Rock? Because that's what's happening.
It wouldn't be The Rock, but anyway.
Well, so The Rock was recently asked because Vin Diesel had came out and said that he's very tough on his coworkers and everything and his castmates, and he runs a tight ship. And The Rock is doing press...
I think actually specifically what he said was like he purposely like showed The Rock like tough love to try to get a performance out of him, and it was all just like... And then he was like, oh, like,
he was
maybe I should...
coming at the whole cast, though, saying, like, the whole cast needed discipline, essentially. It was like... But anyway, The Rock was asked about this while he was doing press for Jungle Cruise with Emily Blunt. And he said that he's not gonna... He wishes them luck on, like, the next future movies, but he's not gonna be returning for any of the Fast Saga movies.
So again, specifically what he said... He didn't say, I'm not coming back. What he said was,
they're
like...
gonna have to do it without me.
He said, I wish them well on Fast 10 and Fast 11 and the other movies that they're not doing with... Or they're doing without me.
Yeah,
is what
right,
he said.
exactly. So, I mean, I'm assuming he's still gonna be... Hobbs or Shaw or whoever he is in the Hobbs and Shaw movies, right?
Maybe.
Because they've got a sequel for that coming up, right?
I've heard that like...
That's dead now?
Not dead, but I've heard that may not be as certain as we thought it was.
Ooh, you might have some info that I don't know about. Then. Well, I mean, I'm a diehard fan, so...
Do you buy that? The Rock has like a wrestling background. If there's anything The Rock knows how to do, it's publicity and how to sell a feud, how to sell a project, how to get people talking.
Kind of why I don't understand why this is even a big deal, because they've been doing this for years, right? I really feel like they're just leading this up so when he does return in Fast 12 or 11 or 13 or whatever, how many they're going to do, it'll be like, oh, he's back, and he's probably going to be fighting Vin Diesel. And since they both have it in their contract that they can't lose, it's going to be like the most insane ongoing fight. It's going to be like the Peter Griffin chicken fight, Family Guy, where it's just the whole episode just goes. That'd be fantastic. Well, I'm sick of I'm sick of talking about Fast and the Furious and Fast and the Furious for that matter. Let's get on to some Marvel news. Yeah. So Michaela Cole, Emmy-nominated Michaela Cole.
What's she nominated for an Emmy for?
No clue.
That's what I thought. Go on.
Do you know?
I had to look it up before this, so I
did look it up, and I knew you were going to ask me right before I hit the camera, like to turn the camera on. I was like, should I look this up again? Nah, I got it. Totally forgot it. But she's been cast in Black Panther 2 in an undisclosed role. It's late at night here. Is she going to be Storm? Is she going to be the new Black Panther? What are you thinking? We've heard some whispers that the new Black Panther is going to be a new character and she's going to be female. Then this news drops. So,
I personally think if they make her Black Panther after going through all this stuff about... I mean, they did say they're not recasting Chadwick Boseman. They wouldn't be. They just have somebody else taking the mantle of Black Panther. I still think it's a little soon... Even though
just replace him
to replace for a lot of people, Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther.
Right.
And like
no,
you can get into semantics about like what it means, like passing the mantle and yada yada.
Yeah.
This isn't the same thing as like Captain America being passed, because even though we associate it with Chris Evans is not dead. He's still here. Yeah. He just isn't being Steve Rogers anymore. This is very different.
But here's the thing, though. We knew from when they announced the title of this movie, it's going to be Black Panther Wakanda Forever. There's going to be a Black Panther in this, right? So
not necessarily. I don't know. I don't think you need one.
I think we're all kind of expecting there's going to be a Black Panther. They're not just going to... You can't really do a Black Panther movie without Black Panther.
Why not?
It's like doing a Superman movie and then Superman's not in it. It's just everyone in Metropolis.
Got it.
It's like... All right. Get out of here, Pratik. But like, it's literally like doing it, and then it's just about Smallville, though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like why not just call it Wakanda Forever if you're not gonna have Black Panther in it? They called it Black Panther: Wakanda Forever for a reason. And so you think you'd be a little upset by this news?
A little bit, yeah.
Is it just the fact that anybody is taking the role, or is it specifically that they're switching genders and
No, none of that. It's just the fact that somebody else is taking the role so soon. I think if you do one movie where there is no Black Panther at all, and then a third movie where like, all right, somebody else is taking the mantle, I think that makes sense. Like, give me one movie to like let these characters like, and I don't know what they're gonna do in this movie, but at least give us the movie where like the cast and these characters can like breathe and process a little bit, because I still feel like we need to see that.
I kind of have a feeling that is going to be this movie, and then like right at the end we're going to get introduced to like all hell is going to break loose. It's going to be like terrible, and like for the Wakandans, and then our new Black Panther is going to come, and then and then it might end like right then. And now, I feel like that's kind of what they're going to do. This movie is going to be grieving the loss of Chadwick for sure. Like there's no way they get around that, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, and let's be real. There's also a very distinct possibility that she's not playing anything of the sort, and it is.
But I mean, to say it's an undisclosed role.
Who's the villain in this? Maybe she's playing a villain.
Do we know any Black Panther villains? Any guesses?
I'm not anywhere near enough well versed in Black Panther lore to answer that. So
okay,
no.
But then again, like they could say, "Oh, she's insert Black Panther villain here," and who's gonna be like, "Oh, really?" Like what? It's not like a spoiler, like.
Yeah, but Marvel has gotten really good at being really patient and only releasing things when they're ready for it.
We know Sony is. Where's our damn trailer? Let's get on to some more Marvel news, though.
Okay.
Victoria Alonso, she did an interview with, I believe, Variety, and it's kind of been picked up by everybody. She did an interview with Variety, basically saying a lot of things, but most notably that they're doing a whole branch at Marvel Studios that's going to be dedicated strictly to animation. So what that means, we don't really know. Let's just get to that right off the top, though. What are you excited for that or no? Are you thinking they're going to kind of go the Star Wars route with like Clone Wars and how they brought Ahsoka Tano in, and they're kind of going to give us new characters like that?
I don't know what they're going to do. I really think that for me, I'm going to have to see What If, like actually watch it, not just be excited about the trailer before I know how to feel about the animation studio. I also think it's going to depend on what kind of talent they bring in.
Well, I would assume it's the people we know and love from the MCU, right?
Well,
you're talking about new characters that they're going to introduce.
No. I'm talking about directors and animators and writers. And like, if you're doing an animation studio, it's different. You can't just...
They kind of have a track record. This is Disney, Pixar. Like, they know what they're doing.
I mean...
You think they're busy doing those movies?
I know that like Marvel TV is different from Marvel Studios, but Marvel doesn't have... What's the best Marvel animated movie that's come out? I'll wait.
Best Marvel animated movie that has come out... Probably that Doctor Strange one wasn't that bad.
The fact that you have to say wasn't that bad.
DC is kind of killing them as far as the animated
stuff.
Right,
but why is that? It's because DC has a track record, and DC has a lot of really good writers and directors who live in that world.
Yes, but also it wasn't under Feige before. Now it is.
Right. I think that's huge... I know, but again, it's... I mean, like James Gunn was saying, Feige's kind of spreading himself a little thin. Like, we can't just sprinkle a little Feige magic on it.
James Gunn's also promoting Suicide Squad right now, which we'll talk about later. But I'm just saying, he's kind of said a couple of stuff about Marvel. He said, this is the best experience I've ever had working on a comic book movie. This is my favorite comic book movie I ever made. He's kind of just promoting Suicide Squad. Let's just be honest with that. When Kendrick Lamar is promoting Damn, and he says, oh, this is the best album I've ever done. Yeah, you're about to sell tickets for a tour. We get it. Like, you know what I mean? Dated reference. But anyway...
Very dated reference.
So do you think we're gonna get? You just don't know what to expect from this, so you can't really speculate on it, or?
Yeah, I want to see more. Just them announcing they're doing it. Like I haven't completely sold my soul to Marvel just yet. There's a small piece I'm holding on to. So
we have approximately 30 Funko Pops, and 20 of them are Marvel. But yeah, sure, whatever you say, Pratik.
But 29 of them are the ones you bought. So
that's neither here nor there, Pratik. The other bit of news we got from this interview, though, was that she affirmed that Hawkeye and Ms. Marvel are going to be coming out this year, because it's a bit weird. We're like halfway through the year and we haven't gotten a release date for these if they're coming supposedly this year. It's in there that Ms. Marvel is going to be coming around Shang-Chi. We should be expecting a trailer soon, and that Hawkeye is going to be kind of around No Way Home. So, I mean, what we could expect.
Sure.
But are you excited that we got confirmation on this, or whatever? You could have waited.
I mean... I'm not getting excited over confirmation. Like these.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to know that we have that many
Marvel's
MCU
best
projects,
interest
though.
to actually like put product out there, and they're going to keep putting product out there. So like, I'm not worried about the Marvel pipeline.
But I mean, when Loki ended, we kind of got sad, right? Because like, damn, there's no more live action.
I mean, go on.
Get out of here. But because there's no more live action shows, you know, we kind of got used to like every week, and that's
I'm still very excited for What If, and I was very
right.
excited
But
for
after What If, we supposedly don't know when the next date is, right?
Yeah,
So
we still don't. We just kind of know a
but we
general
we can
idea.
assume that it's going to be closer to the end of What If, right? So
Sure.
are you more excited for Miss Marvel or Hawkeye? Though it's kind of what I was wanting to ask you.
Hawkeye.
You think so? Is it because of kind of spoilers, Black Widow, or just even before?
Even before I was more excited for Hawkeye, and I haven't had anything that has held me back from that yet. So
Okay, so my answer might shock you. I'm actually more excited for Miss Marvel.
that doesn't shock me.
No, well, because I'm not excited for Hawkeye at all.
Yes, because you're not excited for Hawkeye at all.
After Black Widow, though, I got much more excited for Hawkeye. Because
Yeah,
of
it went from
events
like
that
a 0
happened.
to a 2.
It went from like a 0, I'd say, to like a 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Just because I really
What a jump.
I really loved Yelena in Black Widow. Anyway, but Miss Marvel, I've heard that the comic book story is like amazing.
Yeah.
From like everyone I've
the comic book story is fantastic, but
So I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna adapt that in a pretty dope MCU way, right? So
Sure.
They obviously must see a story in there, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. Are you ready to get to some main topics though?
let's
Pratik?
do it.
All right, Rashik. My most anticipated movie of the year. Same thing as last year, but they moved it to this year. Let's hope it actually comes out this year. Dune. You just got done watching the new trailer. It was like 3 minutes. It was a good.
4. It was 3 minutes 57 seconds.
You act like you weren't just loving every second of it. Tell me you weren't.
I was ready to take a nap at around minute 2.5.
Oh my god, this guy. So you're not anticipating this then? This trailer did not do anything for you.
The best thing that this movie has going for it, in my opinion, is the cast and the director.
Yes.
Right?
And the cinematographer.
Cast and the director.
Oh my god. You don't think this looks beautiful? And the score sounded great. Even just from the trailer.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what it is.
You got a bad feeling?
This feels like one of those things that comes in with a lot of hype and goes away with a whisper.
Like kind of like Blade Runner 2049?
Maybe a little bit,
Well,
which was really
here's
good.
Here's
so,
the issue
yeah.
with that, though. Blade Runner 2049 had a crazy bad marketing campaign. You didn't know anything what the movie was about.
You know, actually, the movie that I was thinking about, and I when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, this reminds me of something, and now it popped in my head. You remember that like Valerian movie?
Oh, what? How?
Well, because
I mean, that looked visually pretty good, though.
Because before it came out, people were talking about like this is the most like visually impressive movie that's ever been made. Like there was a lot of like that talk around it, and
Yeah.
obviously like
And then it came out.
and then it came out, and it fell completely flat.
Yeah.
Like again,
Which
this
Dan
has
DeHaan
this has a
should've been good.
much better cast and a much better director. So I'm not saying it's not.
And also, the script leaked like a year ago, and everyone who was commenting on it said it was a masterpiece. So
I don't know.
It's the first half of
It's
the
one of
book.
those things when so many people are telling me how good something is going to be, I can't help but get a little nervous about it.
Well, I mean,
I hope
who's
you're
your
right.
favorite director? Or just, you don't have to, I'm not going to, it's not
Justin
cement,
Lin.
but okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
So Justin Lin, let's just, all right, how about Jordan Peele? Because he announced
Sure.
something, which we were also
Yeah.
going to talk about, but too many topics. Maybe we'll save it for next week. Say Jordan Peele announces anything, you're
I'm in.
going to be excited.
I'm in. The poster for Nope came out.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I like texted it to you. I'm like, it's my most anticipated movie.
Now,
Like,
are you're told to be excited about this because it's a great director. What's the difference with Denis Villeneuve? It's just because he's on a roll? You're just like, you see
because-
his trajectory going down, or?
because I'm not as sold on Denis Villeneuve as you are.
Really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I actually, that's not a big surprise because I'm
Yeah.
super sold on him.
Yeah. You know?
I don't know though. Just I've read the beginning portion of the first book, and I was kind of concerned because Zendaya doesn't like show. I mean, minor spoilers, I guess, but Zendaya doesn't really show up in the first like half of this book. She shows up in dream sequences that Paul Atreides sees because he dreams the future, right? So I'm assuming they're gonna extend those sequences out.
I find it funny that you refer to them as Zendaya and Paul Atreides.
Well, I haven't gotten to her character. I don't even know what her name is. I think it's like Amor. I don't even want to say it because every Dune fanatic that's a fan of ours is gonna be like, oh, that's not the name, you know.
How many Dune fanatics do you know?
They're not alive.
I don't know. The only Dune fanatics I know are the people telling me that this movie is going to be great because it inspired them when they were a little kid back in the 1950s.
Well, first of all, this inspired Star Wars. So that's, I mean,
you're not disproving my point.
Look, you read a book in like 15 seconds. I'll let you borrow Dune. I think you'd be excited knowing what Denis Villeneuve can do, and just knowing what. And I think if you read just a little bit of Dune, you'll get that. Okay, this is a match made in heaven. Especially because he's passionate about it, and he was passionate about Blade Runner 2049, and that's a masterpiece in my eyes. Anyway, it's a great. And I mean, I think you still acknowledge it's a great movie, right?
It's a really good movie. Sure.
Solid movie.
It's a solid movie.
But just knowing what this man can do, that doesn't get you more excited. Like than if it was just like, I don't know, some random director.
It lends more credibility to this. That's all.
I'll say this: I would actually be shocked if we don't get Oscar nominations from this movie. Acting and it's too early to say Best Picture or anything like that, but I would say acting nomination just based on the trailer. Cinematography looks like a lock.
Cinematography I could see.
And just knowing Denis Villeneuve's directorial efforts that he's done before, I would say even for him. And I mean, you've got a 2-time Oscar-nominated actor in the lead, and he's 25. If that doesn't make you feel like a failure in life. Oh man, I'm just saying. I really could not be more excited for this. Here's my one gripe with this trailer.
Okay.
They show a lot of Duke Leto Atreides, who is Oscar Isaac. He's the dad. Without giving anything away, he's not in too much of the book. So I don't want them to show... What?
I said the half you've read?
Yeah. Well, even I haven't read that much of the book, and without giving anything away, he's not in that much of the book. So I'm afraid they're giving away all his scenes in the trailer.
Maybe spoilers for the end of the book where he comes back in a big way? Who knows?
Yeah, I haven't read the end of the book, so maybe he comes back. You're like, oh, crap, there he is. I mean, he did say he signed a 3-picture deal. So even though they're only doing 2 movies, but...
He's ready for prequels.
He's ready. Well, we are getting a Dune prequel show for HBO Max, which was going to be a topic, but again, too many topics. Let's get to our next one, Pratik.
All right.
A movie that you are much more excited about, I'm assuming, Suicide Squad.
Oh,
and let me tell you, I was kind of excited for it. We talked about it before multiple times on the show. Much more excited about it now because you know why? We got some reactions, Pratik. And I am going to read them for you right now.
Perfect.
So have you seen any of these? Or?
I know that they've generally been positive, but I can't say that I remember any specifics.
So generally is an understatement. They have across the board. I have not found one negative anything on this movie. Here's just a couple of them. I'm gonna use my phone here. This one's from Steven Weintraub. He's from Collider. He says, absolutely loves the Suicide Squad. The movie is super violent, extremely funny, which you're gonna hear a lot in these reviews, and a huge home run for James Gunn in DC. Tons of surprises and things I wasn't expecting. Just a great movie. So let's see. Let's get another one in here. This one's from Fico Cangiano. He says, the Suicide Squad is fantastic and a no-holds-barred superhero comics bonanza. Unpredictable in story, unique in style, and full of risks. It's also violent and hilarious. Action set pieces are insane. Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, and the rest of the cast are awesome. James Gunn has done it again. Make another one in there?
Give me another one.
Here's one from Eric Goldman. It says, yeah, I love the Suicide Squad. Just delightful. Gleefully goes all out with mayhem, gore, profanity, and naughtiness, but then has some real heartfelt moments that you can invest in, and I love the whole cast a whole lot. I got one more I want to read here. This one's from Dorian Parks over at Collider. He's around our age, so it's kind of rare for critics.
We're 2 very different ages. Go on.
He's in our age range. So let's just say that. He's in between our ages.
All I know is when you get the surveys and they say, what's your age range? We're clicking 2 different boxes. So go on.
As of a few days ago, maybe. Anyway, this one's from Dorian Parks. He says, the Suicide Squad is an epic all-out war movie that demands to be seen on the big screen, kind of like Dune. And Gunn does it again. He didn't say that. I added that editorial in there. Gunn does it again with hilarious cast of oddballs and underused comic book characters. Big laughs, bigger action. DC has another winner on its hands. Now, Pratik, I was not expecting this movie to be that great, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be kind of funny, kind of good because it's James Gunn. But everything I've seen from the trailers, I'm not that excited. Now I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if there's one thing we know about James Gunn, it's that he can do no wrong. Everything he touches is a masterpiece. So,
asterisk. Something. You want an asterisk in there?
Guardians
2?
Yeah, the first one's not that great.
Okay.
The second one is an absolute
So our next main topic today.
No, yeah, I mean, listen, I I wasn't doubting James Gunn for a second. The only reservations I had was the fact that this was a Warner Brothers movie, and we all know they don't know what they're doing over there. So it's like, all right, how much are they going to just let James Gunn
So
cook?
you
And it
just
sounds
want to
like they
pay.
let
You just
James
want to
Gunn-
pay to see this movie. We're trying to get screeners for Take.
I have AMC A-list. I'm not paying for it. I'm just going to go see it.
We'll have HBO Max.
Yeah, you know, if I cancel my stubs, I am looking forward to watching Dune on HBO Max. Go on.
Jeez.
Actually,
But
maybe even if I don't cancel my stubs.
okay.
It seems like the kind of movie I'm
You'll
gonna
do the free trial on HBO Max then, because didn't you cancel that?
No, I'll just use your login.
Cool, fair enough. I don't know. I really don't have too much to say about this other than I'm hyped for this. We've got it. What? It's like less than 2 weeks away. August 6th,
Sure.
I think. Yeah. What day is it?
I'll put it up here.
Time's a construct. Anyway, let's get on to our next topic critique. Michael B. Jordan has been in the news a lot for a lot of different things. We had heard whispers that he was going to be playing Superman, the new Superman for WB. We don't really know if Henry Cavill's out or not. Today, breaking news. Michael B. Jordan is producing and possibly starring in a Superman HBO Max limited series. And he's going to be what is it? What's his name?
You're the one who told me.
Forget
I
his
don't
name
know.
already. Valzad, thank you.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I'm not that big of a comic book nerd yet, so Valzad.
I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
If I remember right, and this is just off the top of my head, I forgot to look this up when you mentioned it earlier.
So just come at him in the comics with the real answer.
I'm pretty sure this was when DC relaunched the New 52. He was the Superman of Earth 2. That's I can't tell you anything else about it. I'm pretty sure they canceled that
Do you know
comic.
if there was a Clark Kent, Kal-El Superman running alongside this Superman, or like did they ever team up or anything, or this is the Superman?
That was a Superman
Gotcha,
of that
gotcha.
Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just for clarification, this is different from the Superman movie that they have Ta-Nehisi Coates working on, right?
I'm not sure on that yet. I think the article said that they weren't sure either. They said that
'cause
they assume it's
they
different.
had him doing a movie. This is a limited series.
Yes, but also everything's always forever changing at Warner Brothers. So I figure a limited series movie, that's close enough. Like
I feel
they're
like
gonna do something.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
Is
Because
it
on the one hand, it's like that's great, like that Michael B. Jordan's doing something because I love Michael B. Jordan. Like I can't think of a single thing he's done that I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah.
At the same time, we're still in that place where I'm like, DC doesn't know how to do anything except Batman and Superman, and that's it. So it's like,
Wait, did they know how to do Batman and Superman? Just kidding.
I mean, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
I was just trying to take your side. For once.
I appreciate that.
But go on.
But no, like, seriously, like, every project they announce is just like, hey, we're going to do another Batman, and another Superman, and another Batman, and another Superman.
So,
like, can we
you're
can we
hoping
get
this
something
is-
else? Like, how, you know, like, they do know that they have more characters in that, right?
I would just argue that we haven't had a Superman since Man of Steel. So, like, I mean, he was barely in Justice League. Then we got
think
a
you mean
redux
Superman
of that.
Returns?
Get out of here, Pratik. Henry Cavill was my Superman. Anyway,
Brandon Routh is mine. Go on.
I have met Brandon Routh. He's a great dude. He's second place. All right. Well, Christopher Reeves. They're up there. We'll do it. We'll rank the Superman movies. How about that? Comment down below if you want us to rank all the Superman movies. We'll watch them all. We'll have to watch Man of Steel again.
Please do not.
Include the Snyder Cut in there? Sure.
I'm just gonna like link back to the other reviews.
Yeah, it's just gonna be me sitting here, and then it's gonna cut to like our old review and you talking about it.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
But all I'm saying is, it's about time we get a Superman project. So like, I'm glad that I want them to announce 10 of them because at least one of them will probably get made if they announce 10. Like, just keep announcing stuff because that just makes it like more likely that we'll get a Superman project in
and
the
that
next 5
one
years.
has like a 1 in 70 chance of being good.
Well, Michael B. Jordan though.
That's right,
I mean,
that's
and then
right.
we got Tallahassee Coates attached to the other one, right? So
Hold on.
is that not his name?
No, Tallahassee is the capital of Florida.
What's his name?
It's Ta-Nehisi.
Ta-Nehisi, yeah. We'll edit that out, right? He's not gonna edit it out. Anyway.
Definitely not. Go on.
But yeah, I just think they're adding talent, right? So that's a good thing.
That the names they're attracting is a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, I think that's all for this week. You want to take us out?
Sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week where we will bring you another round of movie news. We reviewed Back to the Future in our last video. We've got Back to the Future 2 coming up, so be sure to check that out.
And we might have special guest Jesse Mann for that one. So
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
so
all right.
stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Ooh, all right.
See you guys.
We'll see you then.